We have two functions and we're asked to do some composition functions. So compositions are nested functions. They're functions within functions. So when I look at this, I have h of g of x. The other way to write this is h of g of x. And I actually much prefer this because then I can see that g of x is inside h of x. So this tells me to put x in. It's already there. So I'm going to take g of x, which is right here, and I'm going to plug it in. I'm just substituting, just like I would a 2. If this was h of 2, right, you just plug a 2 in. Same thing here, only I'm plugging in a negative 2x. Okay? Now I need to plug this into where? Into here. So this is going to be the square root of negative 2x. Since this is my function, this is my composition function, this would be my answer, because this told me to take all of g of x and plug it in. So then I replaced x with this whole term right here, okay? So this came down here because it's replacing x. And I'm just going from here to here. Now, what if I'm given a number? Well, this is the same thing. I could do it kind of thing. So I could, of course, put the negative 2. Once I have this function, I already have this function, I could do negative 2 times negative 2, which is square root of 4, which is 2. Okay, actually plus or minus 2, right? I could also do this the other way. So I could do in here, so I have h of, what did I just say I had? H of g of x. I forgot what I named my function. So I could find g of negative 2. Okay. So when I look at g of negative 2 is going to be negative 2 times negative 2, which is 4. Okay. So now I know that this is this in here because this was h of g. I should rewrite this right. Of negative 2. This is what I'm looking for. This told me to put this into g. I did that. So now this whole thing is this. Now this is h of 4. So then that tells me to take 4 and put into h. So the square root of 4, which is my plus or minus 2. Okay. So the big thing with this, I find that it is incredibly important to rewrite it this way, because then I can see you always work inside out. And this is the same as order of operations, right? Order of operations, whenever you had parentheses, you started in the parentheses, same thing you're doing. You start on the inside and worked out. So this is really just order of operations. It just looks really fancy, but it's you're just following the rules for order of operations. That's how we know how to work it. So remember, inside out, order of operations, whatever helps you remember what order you need to attack this in.